Beautiful shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. This some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thoughts and harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only a few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yes, what's going on, peeps? We are back in the building, guys. As always, make sure you are smashing that like button, sharing, and subscribing to the damn channel. We're back with our monthly reviews, this time for March. Yeah, I think it was a poor month for Liverpool. Yeah, it was just one of those, man. Like, honestly, like when I think back to it, I'm just like, yeah, thank God that month is done. To be honest with you, you know, it was atrocious from Liverpool, absolutely atrocious. Everyone was shit for more or less the majority of the month. Obviously I'll do my normal player ratings and things like that, but yeah, I mean, there's not going to be many high scores, you know, here, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was a poor month. Knocked out the Carabao Cup, obviously lost in the final to Newcastle, deserved winners. Lost out to PSG in the round of 16. Yeah, it was bad. I think again, silver lining, 12 points clear, top of the league, all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, in terms of as a month, that was the shittest month that Liverpool have had, you know, this season, in terms of performances, in terms of results, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, just happy to get that month out of the way. 2 months left for the season to go. So yeah, hopefully we can take stock, you know, take stock from that. Obviously, let's start off with our game against PSG. That was at the beginning of the month. Yeah, this was a one of the most unjust performances that results that I've seen. Let me not say performances. One of the most unjust results. Liverpool running out 1-0 winners. I don't know how. I really don't know how. Barely touched the ball, as you guys can see. Barely had any shots. The one we did, obviously, you know, going in. But again, didn't deserve the victory, but we got it. And you thought, okay, you know what? If we can get the victory in these kind of circumstances, PSG absolutely deserved the victory. Should have scored about 3 or 4 in the game. Obviously, Alisson was on absolute steroids in this match. It was just mad. It was just an absolutely mad game. And I think when I look back to it, I'm just like, yeah, that's what I call being played off the park. That's what I call a footballing lesson. And it was a lesson for Arne Slot. It really, really was, you know. And then, you know, moving on to our next game against Southampton. Obviously, the boys back at home, winning 3-1, you know, 12 points clear, I believe. Yeah, I think 12 points clear, or 16? 16 or 12? I think at the time it might have been, I can't remember actually. I think it might have been 16. You know, I don't even know at this point when I think about the league table. But let me check actually. Let me double check. Yeah, 12 points clear. So yeah, it must have been then. But yeah, obviously got the victory. Yeah, calm performance. You know, average. I think when I think back to it, nothing really special. But we got the job done. And this time a bit, you know, better performance anyway than the game against, you know, PSG. And you thought, okay, listen, you take this into the game against PSG. Listen, I know back, you know, when we go back to look at like the previews and what everyone was saying in and around this kind of time period, especially after that first PSG game, listening to, you know, some of the PSG players and stuff like that. But also the Liverpool fans, we weren't really happy with like the lineups, because I think he went with like a very similar lineup, you know, kind of thing. And we were like, oh, you know, this player needs a rest, or that guy needs to be dropped, or why can't this guy come in? And, you know, all of these kind of things. And, you know, it was what it was. At the end of the day, you know, we got the victory, and, you know, that's all that people really are going to care about. And then, of course, you know, we got to the second leg, and, you know, Liverpool getting knocked out 4-1 on penalties after Dembele obviously scored in the 90 minutes. And yeah, like I said it, you know, at the time, and I'll say it again, Liverpool, you know, they deserve this. They deserve to go through. They were the better team. I don't think anybody should have any, and I don't think anybody did have any real complaints in regards to that. Yeah, they were the deserved winners of this tie. Liverpool really didn't turn up at all, which I was very shocked about. And I think even, listen, you don't underestimate teams, and it's not even about that, you know, underestimating teams. It's just purely about, come on, guys, like, really, this is the level of performance that you guys are putting in, you know, into a game like this, you know, kind of thing. And I think that's what, you know, this performance obviously itself was way better than, you know, in the first leg, but it kind of had to be. kind of thing. It had to be better because PSG, they've been on some crazy form, since January. So we needed to make sure that we were on it. To be honest, we weren't really on it enough, to be honest with you. And like I said, PSG ran out absolutely deserved winners. So we can't really have any real complaints, if I'm being totally honest with you. But it's like I said, it was just more about it just being really disappointing for Liverpool. That's the way I kind of looked at it. It was just disappointing to know that you put in this kind of performance in around the 16 tie. I thought you guys were serious. I thought, the way everyone keeps talking, oh, it doesn't matter, we just win games, and even though the football's not really been that great and all that, okay, cool. Now look, come, you know what I mean? The performances, they catch up to you. And guess what? They continued against Newcastle. Carabao Cup final, coming up against Newcastle at Wembley. I don't even know. It was 2-1, but again, that flattered us. That absolutely flattered us. Liverpool, again, another performance where the opposition, they bully you, or they play you off the park, or, they're just 10 times better than you. And it's same against PSG, same against Newcastle. It's the same kind of thing, just done in a different way. And I thought, you guys are just not serious, man. Not serious. And listen, I've heard all the excuses that everyone's always coming up with. And, we sat here throughout that month and everyone was like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Of course, because obviously, we beat Southampton, we were 12 points clear and all of these kind of things. And I hear it. I fully hear it. And everyone's like, oh, don't get too down. Listen, man, these kind of results always show that you're not really ready yet for all of that stuff. You know what I mean? You don't want all that smoke. And you're probably kind of lucky that the league has been so poor as it has been, in my opinion, this season, as to why you're doing so well in the league this season. But just get that wrapped up quickly. Do you know what I mean? The quicker we can get this season done, celebrate winning the Premier League, and then get back to reality, the better. I just think, yeah, and this last month just kind of like it told me more about Liverpool this season than any of the other months, to be honest with you. But again, these are all things that I've been saying. These are all things that I have said, just in general about Liverpool. And, when it comes down really to crunch time, yeah, you're not really about that kind of life, man. You're really not about that life. And again, Newcastle, just like PSG, deserved winners. And congratulations, obviously, to them winning their first trophy in such a long time. But as I said before, man, every cloud's got a silver lining. Liverpool, obviously, 12 points clear in the Premier League. Yeah, as I said, it's one of those, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'll take any Premier League title. Don't ever get twisted. I'll complain, I'll moan, and I'll analyze Liverpool till I'm blue in the face, even though that's not possible. So I will try. But the reality is, when I look at it this season, I'm like, yeah, this season's been poor, man. Not been a good season at all, man. Really hasn't been a good season in terms of the quality that the Premier League can offer, in those kind of seasons. But guess what? Someone needs to win it, and I'm just happy. It looks like it's going to be us. I don't want to jinx anything just yet, but 12 points is a bit of a lead, and I just don't see Arsenal being able to, turn that around, anytime soon, unless Liverpool literally fall off a cliff in these next like 3 or 4 games. Then it's really game on kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully, touch wood, yeah, Liverpool don't go and do that. But yeah, 12 points clear. Yeah, that was the only good thing about the month, was just that kind of thing. And yeah, like the excuses that everyone tried to, I'm not hearing it. Like Liverpool fluffed their lines, man. You know what I mean? They ain't serious. You can tell that anyway, just by some of the performances that we have seen across the season. But this month especially, yeah, Liverpool are not a serious team. Like, so here's my player ratings. Here is my player ratings. Yeah, let me know, people, in the comment section, man. Let me know. Do you guys agree? You disagree? I love hearing everyone's kind of thoughts, in and around this kind of stuff. Where should we start? Let's start at the top. We'll work our way down. So obviously I've got Ali in there because I think he's the only person in the entire team who can hold his head up high this month, or this March anyway. He's the only individual I felt really actually put in any type of effort into this month. He was the reason why Liverpool didn't lose 6-0 against PSG, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've got him in the 8 to 10 bracket. You can put him in any number, doesn't really matter. I've just got him in that bracket because I felt like he at least deserved, to be there. Virgil, average, so I've got him in the 5 to 7, so I got him at 5 at best. 5.5, yes, 6 at best. 6 at best. I'll be kind. 6 at best. But he's in that 5 to 7 bracket. And then the majority of the team, I'll be honest with you, were 2 to 4. They, in my opinion, this is how I kind of saw them, throughout the month. Diaz, Kwanzaa and Trent. Obviously, Kwanzaa didn't start that many games, came off the bench quite a bit, was decent in one of the games. Can't remember which game he actually played. I think it was the final against Newcastle. I thought he was okay. I didn't think it was all that. I feel like, again, people over-exaggerate as they always do with these kind of small little things. But I thought it was okay. You know what I mean? I don't think he was poor or anything like that. But outside of that, the rest were just like sub-appearances that he came on. So, yeah, I've got him in that 2 to 4 bracket. Trent, again, he got injured. I think in the second leg against PSG. In the other games, I thought, yeah, he was okay, like nothing too special. Obviously, didn't play the last game. Curtis Jones didn't really get a fair crack at the whip. I think he started one of the games against Southampton. I think it was something like that. I might be wrong, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. But yeah, I would put him at the higher end, maybe like a 4 kind of thing potentially. Trent, I might actually move to 5 actually, because I don't think Trent was as bad as the way people make out. And with the whole contract situation as well, let's give him a 5. Let's put him above. Let's put 𝐾 up there as well. I don't know why I put him down there. Curtis Jones, I said, probably a 4. Wasn't really allowed to play. Endo, the same thing. Tsimikas, the same thing. Szoboszlai, to be honest, I thought the whole Liverpool midfield were stinky. I'll be honest with you. They were very close to being you was arse, but I'm gonna leave those 2 in there. There's one player I thought in the midfield who I thought was absolutely dog shit this last month. Robertson, Robertson can go there. The back four, I think across the month were like a 5. They were average. McAllister, yeah, he was shite throughout the month. And then you was arse. I mean, it's no real surprise, to be honest with you. I probably, Diaz. Diaz gets a 2 or 3. I feel like he's probably the better one out of all of them. The rest of these attackers, Salah, Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, they were absolute dog shit. I'm sorry. They were like, brother, they were such an eyesore. It was so embarrassing to watch, especially Mo Salah. He was absolutely rubbish this last month. And Gravenberch as well. Absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. And I said it 100 times. And I'm still wondering all now why nobody has opened their mouth. Everyone has kept so quiet. Not heard one individual speak on Gravenberch. But like I keep saying, there's Szoboszlai to misplace a pass. There, McAllister to misplace a pass. Oh my God, everyone is on their necks. But Gravenberch, yeah, he can stink it up for a whole month. And you people just stay quiet. Yeah, that's that. The Liverpool fans have been on 1 this month. How about that? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's so shameful. So shameful, man. But yeah, he stunk. He was the worst midfielder that we had. And that's saying something, considering Endo comes off the bench and Endo was still better than Gravenberch this month. Can you imagine that? And I still think Szoboszlai and McAllister were better than Gravenberch. So yeah, I had to put him into that category there. And then obviously the rest, Cody Gakpo come off the bench every now and again. Harvey Elliott, Chiesa doesn't really play apart from the goal that he scored in the Carabao Cup final. And then obviously Bradley there as well. I probably missed out Keller, I think, as well. Doesn't really matter. You guys can place him wherever you kind of want to place him. But yeah, man, honestly, Liverpool in general, I would have given them, I'll give them a 1 for the month. I'll give them a 1. Yeah, very, very poor. Yeah, like I said, Liverpool crap. They were so crap. On the slot, a 1 as well. So yeah, same thing. I thought, tactics poor this month. Didn't change the team around that much. Didn't really do too much in these games to really affect the games. So yeah, I would definitely say, yeah, I'll give him a 1 as well. Let me know what you guys would give the team in a general sense. Obviously, we're looking forward finally to the next round of fixtures. So obviously we've got Everton, as I said, we've got the Merseyside derby coming up. Then we've got Fulham away, then West Ham at home, followed by Leicester City away, then Tottenham at home, and then that covers us for the month of April. So yeah, I'm just hoping we have a better April, honestly, because that was so trash to watch. But yeah, it was one of those. It was literally just one of those kind of months, man. Honestly, really, really one of those. But people, man, in the chat, let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section. What did you guys think about Liverpool this last month? What were your kind of ratings? You know what? I don't need a player rating, so to speak. Just give me a team rating for the month, people. I'll catch you guys soon, man.